Hello, lovely. How are you? Oh no. Are you alright? Okay. You're going to have to tell me all about it. Alright, but let's just have a chat about your hair first. Okay. Well, I can't believe it's been 5 weeks already. I know, it's gone really fast, hasn't it? Well, my love, what am I doing for you today? Okay. Okay, so you want a wet cut today. Alright, that's fine. And you've already washed your hair. Okay, that's not a problem. So, we have come down quite a bit, haven't we? Yeah, it's growing quite nicely. So, I'm going to use the spritz today. If that's alright with you then. Okay. And I take it we are wanting to neaten it up and bring it up a little bit. Okay. It's looking a lot more healthier though. Yeah. How are you getting on with the products? Okay, that's really good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, well, they're doing the job then. That's really great. I'm glad to hear that. But it's looking more glossy, shiny, healthy. You know, it's looking really good, and I can't see, too much damage, which is great. Looking at the ends though, I mean, just have a look. Looking a bit dry on the ends, split ends, but other than that, really, I mean, it's looking quite good. And it's a lot more even than it has been. Yeah. So hopefully we're starting to grow a bit more at a normal pace, an even pace. Yeah, but you can see where the split ends are at the bottom and it being dry, it's kind of, yeah, do you find it tangles up a little bit there? When your hair's wet, how is it? Is it not so knotty? Okay, that's good. That's brilliant. Just look. It's definitely a lot more healthier. Definitely, that's brilliant. I'm really pleased. I'm glad we switched back though to those products. Yeah. I just love that. Go like that. It's perfect. The ends are, a lot better than they were, and each strand when I'm looking, we've got less breakage as we're going through the hair, which is great. So if I bring it up a little bit, but also taking off the split ends, and I'll try and blunten it so it's going to be, pretty even all the way around. Is that what you want today? Yeah. Okay, you sure you don't want me to blow dry it or anything? Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. There's no point then, is there really, if you're going to go swimming? Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'll give it a nice good comb through, and just make sure I'm happy. Then I'm going to give it a nice good spritz, and then I will start cutting. All right, great. Can I get you a drink before we start? Okay, if you change your mind, just let me know. Okay, my love. Right, so let me give it a nice comb through. This will really help me see. It's feeling great. So far, so good. Well, I'm very happy, I'm very pleased. So I think we need to carry on with what we're doing. Definitely, I think that's the way to go. Yeah, definitely, and I'm liking the natural colour. Yeah, I'm glad we decided to, lay off the colouring as well. I mean, how long's that been now? We're talking about 6 months since we last coloured. Yeah, I mean, I think once, you know, we've got the condition a bit better, if you wanted to, we can pop a colour on, just to kind of like even it out. But looking, I think it's actually blended in quite nicely, because we were quite close, weren't we, the last time we coloured? Yeah. But it's looking, you know, pretty amazing, to be honest. I'm very pleased. So whatever you are doing is working, so I would definitely recommend that you continue, and then we can go from there. And if I see you again in 5 weeks, I'm hoping by then it would look a lot better, even though it's pretty much perfect. And then you can decide then if you want to pop some colour on, if I think it looks fine. All right, my love. So are we happy? Great. So let me get spritz. Right. Okay. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving the fact that it's getting a bit cooler, you know? Yeah, I mean, you know me, I absolutely hate the heat. I know, it's awful. I love autumn. I love winter, you know, spring. I sort of like, I think by the time, you know, we've got through winter, I'm starting to enjoy seeing, you know, spring, but then that soon vanishes, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it wears off a little bit with me, and like when I get to like coming up to that the end of August, beginning of September, I'm just raring for autumn, you know. I know. Hot chocolates, warm cozy nights, you know, snuggling up on the sofa, you know, watching movies and things like that. That's my favourite time of year. You know, and then there's always so much to do, isn't there, when you come to like October. We've got Halloween, not that we kind of do a great deal over here, but you know, then we've got bonfire night, you know, some celebrate it, some don't. Then you've got obviously like Christmas and things like that, so it's just, you know, it's always so much. And then by the time we get to January, it's my birthday. Yeah, I just don't like it when the winters are quite mild. Yeah, and I wish they'd be a bit more colder. Definitely. I love you know, some good snow and frost and things. I can't remember the last time we had really cold weather though. I know it's been quite some time, isn't it? But you know, the slightest bit here, it just causes so much havoc, doesn't it? I know, it's like we don't know what we're doing here. Exactly. Yeah, it's the extremes, isn't it? We're not equipped, are we, for excessively hot weather? I mean, if you've got a new build house, I mean, the insulation on those are absolutely incredible. I know, that's the only thing with the summer, it's like, you know, it's way too hot because it holds the heat, but it's not too bad in winter. Yeah. But, you know, right, I think that is wet enough to start with anyway. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's wet enough. Let's start the cut, and you can tell me exactly what's going on, because you are looking very stressed and a little bit upset. So what's been going on? Fill me in. Okay. Right. Doesn't sound very pleasant. Okay. Right, let me get this straight. Your husband works with this woman and she has a thing for him. Right, okay, so has she made a move, or what's it like? Oh, really? So she's like ringing him constantly. What are they talking about? Oh no, that's not good, is it? So they've been laughing, joking, and I mean, it's good to have friends, isn't it? But do you feel like your relationship's been struggling a little bit, or that makes it worse, doesn't it? Do you feel like he has not had any patience with you, but got all the time in the world for her? Yeah. So, how old is she? Do you know? Okay. Oh, and she's due to get married herself. When's that? You're joking, right? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? So she's constantly ringing him and they talk obviously about work, but then most of the time it's about something else. And you can hear that going on. Yeah. Have you like spoke to him about it? Like before this kind of come up? Yeah, the digs. I take it he hasn't kind of picked up on those. Yeah, it's typical that, isn't it? I bet that's really kind of, making you feel a bit crappy. I can imagine. So this has kind of come up then. So how's it come about? Okay. Oh, really? It's not good, is it? What a thing to say. Are you joking? Oh, I don't like that. I take it she knows that he's married. Oh, that makes it even worse, doesn't it? I just don't like people like that. It's just so out of order. Yeah. The gut feeling. I know what you mean. That you just know, don't you? Yeah, instincts, I mean, really? Are you joking? Oh, well, I don't like that. No, that's too much. That's too much. I don't like that. So she's sending pictures of her and her family to him. Is that what you're saying? Okay, what context is it? Okay, just out of the blue. It's a bit weird. I was just about to say that. It makes me wonder, what are they actually talking about then, if she's kind of WhatsApping that? What's he said about it? Typical. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, to be honest, is he a bit stupid? I know that sounds really such an awful thing to say, but is he totally like blindsided to it? Because sometimes I know men can be like that. I mean, I know some women can be as well. But, my experiences, sometimes they are just totally like blind to it, Ah, right, so the ego thing. Yeah, ego. It's always the worst, isn't it, when you just think like, they're just loving the attention. Yeah. That's just awful, that. Yeah, it's like that need, isn't it? Yeah, like the craving of it and getting this attention from like another woman. Yeah, exactly. And that's just the worst, that is. So you don't think he's cheated then, is that right? Okay, well that's good that he hasn't cheated and that you believe that he hasn't. Okay, that's great. I was worried you were going to say yes then. So are you concerned that it's more of an emotional thing, do you think? Do you know what? Sometimes, when I hear of people going through things like this, they seem to struggle with the emotional kind of connection more. Yeah, like when you have an emotional affair, and I've had some ladies in here and they've been absolutely distraught through, well, emotional affairs, really. I mean, I do think it was a thing, But then, I've had some ladies in here going on about it, so I've had to Google, as you do. And apparently it's actually a thing. Yeah? Have you been Googling it as well? But yeah, it is a thing, and I feel like that could be like a lot worse because they're finding, their, connection with somebody else, and it's such a bond, isn't it, to have? Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes, you get people that cheat and they're like drunk, or it's like a one night thing, or they have like a full blown affair and stuff like that. But, sometimes when you hear about that, that's especially when they've like physically cheated. I've heard people just say like it's just too much, or they've forgiven them for the physical affair, and then other people have said like then they've had kind of the emotional affair at a different time, and that's actually hit them worse. Yeah, it's awful. I'm so sorry about this. I know, but you deserve so much better, nobody deserves that. What are you going to do about it anyway? Are you going to say anything to her, or as he? So is he kind of cottoning on to what's going on, do you think? Yeah. Well, that's good. And what's he said? Has he got feelings there, or? Well, I'm glad that you said he hasn't, but I'm guessing you're not really convinced on that, are you? The way you're looking right now, I'm not sure that you are happy about that. Yeah, I can understand why you're saying that. Exactly, yeah. So what are you going to do about it? You're just going to see what happens, monitor it, or... Yeah, I definitely say don't contact her. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. I mean, you don't want to jeopardise his job, and then you don't want things to get messy. Yeah, exactly. And then, it's going to be like a case of denial, isn't it? Well, if things escalate, I wouldn't leave it. I don't know what to suggest, but... I mean, have you spoke to other people about it? What have they said? Oh, they all agree. Okay, well, that, sounds a bit better then. I mean, I 100% agree with you. I think it's out of order. It does sound like that she has a thing for him, definitely. I mean, obviously, people are going to, like, fancy people, aren't they? And, like, have a thing for them and that. I get that. But it's whether they act on it, isn't it? Yeah. And if you feel like she's overstepping, then she's definitely overstepping. I mean, it's your marriage at the end of the day. Yeah. Exactly. And, if you feel that way, you're entitled to, and I mean, he needs to respect you. And to be honest, she's disrespecting you, And to be honest, I feel like she's disrespecting him a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, well, it's a bit rude, isn't it, and out of order. I mean, why can't women and some men just, you know, stay away? You know, if they're married, I mean, why do you need to even, you know, start thinking that, you know, things are going to happen? And yeah, that's what I mean. You've just got to lay off, you know. I mean, do you think she's a bit obsessed, or? Does sound that way, doesn't it? I feel like it's really unprofessional that if she's just like sending images and I don't know. It's just a bit strange, you know. I mean, I think people have said to me before when they've spoken about this that if they're sending like pictures of them and their family, it's because they want you to get close to them, kind of thing. Oh, have you read that as well? I don't know whether that's kind of a thing or... Yeah, I understand. It's a difficult time then. Yeah. I really don't know what to suggest, you know. I'm just really sorry that, you know, you're experiencing this. I mean, I'm guessing you're still in love with him. Okay. And would you say he's still in love with you, or... Oh, you don't really think that, do you? Oh, lovely. Oh, come here. All right. Oh, it's all right, sweetheart. I know. Oh, it's all right. Don't apologise. Honestly, don't. No, it's fine. Honestly, I can understand why you're upset, but you know, just let it out. You haven't got anything to be ashamed of. Honestly, you know, people, you know, bottle it up, you know, and things are happening and no one to turn to, and you know, you end up feeling like you're going bonkers, you know. Yeah. So just please let it out. I mean, I have all sorts of people in here. I mean, I've had some men in here telling me about their girlfriends, you know, and they've been getting upset. It's anyone and everybody. Yeah. Exactly. So I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, you know me, you've known me absolutely years, haven't you? I mean, you've been coming here for donkeys. Exactly. Well, has he started making an effort with you? Okay, that's good. No, you're right. You shouldn't have took this, to be honest. You know. Well, it's either in total denial, he really is totally blind to it, or he knows it and he's just not saying that to you, or he's leading her on. What do you think it is? Do you think? Would you really do that though? I mean, you've been together years. It's a hard one, isn't it? And I totally understand. Oh dear. So how's that made things with you and him then? You talking terms, or Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's positive, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, you've got that going. I can understand why you say that, though. Yeah, definitely. It's just not good, is it? Well, she needs to keep her hands to herself, doesn't she? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they will, won't they? Try to make it out it's all innocent and, it's not. And do you think there's flirting going on? Do you think it's both sides? So what do you hear them talking about? Oh, she can sort of hear, like, brief bits. But does she really ring him that much? It's a bit excessive, isn't it? Especially if she's just kind of lingering around. Well, she doesn't, does she? So they're in meetings and she's literally sending bitchy comments about people in the meeting. Well, for a starter, that's really unprofessional. I mean, we all like to have a bit of a bitch and a moan about people, don't we? I get that, but I mean, is she like a higher position, same, or are you joking? So it's his manager. That's way out of line. That's really unprofessional for a manager. I don't like that. No, I really don't like that at all. I think that's just way out of line. I mean, I completely think even more differently now you've said that. Maybe he kind of likes the fact that she's his manager. She's like kind of powerful, if you like. And, the ego boost, and he's kind of lapping it up, Yeah, well, he needs to not be weak. And if he generally doesn't have a thing for her and it's just been kind of really one-sided, then he needs to just back off and start respecting you if it's bothering you, I mean, it must be so awkward for him and for you because, well, if that's his manager, he's going to want to keep on the good side, isn't he? Yeah. And you don't want to, like, upset your manager, but there's got to be boundaries. I mean, harassment in the workplace, is common, and then so is cheating in the workplace, and I'm not helping you here, am I? I'm so sorry. I know. Oh, well, at least you've been thinking and that yourself, Yeah, it doesn't mean it's kind of going on, though. I wouldn't kind of, necessarily rely on that. I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely starving. I know, my belly can't stop rumbling. I do apologise if you can hear it. I know, I always say that. It's like one of those, isn't it, when you have a massage and your belly starts rumbling and you're kind of like, I'm sorry about my belly. And I don't know why it becomes such an awkward thing. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like everybody gets hungry, everybody's belly grumbles, and you just can't help it, especially when you're either hungry or things, starting to digest, and it's just one of those normal things. And I get so many clients, and they're sitting here going, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm hungry, and my belly's rumbling, and I'm just like, don't worry about it, I really don't care, like, in the politest possible way. you know, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's just natural, isn't it? Yeah. But there's me going on about it's natural, and then I was saying the same thing. I know, what am I like? Well, I'm so sorry about all that anyway. Well, hopefully you can sort it out, but honestly, right, if you need anything, please just drop me a message, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to kind of get, you know, have a chat with you and everything, you know. Yeah, but don't worry about it. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. But yeah, I definitely think communication. Keep communicating as much as possible. You know, and tell him how you feel, and you know, if he loves you and respects you and is a decent human being, you know, he will understand. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe try and have like you time or something, you know. I mean, maybe back a weekend away, go for a meal, go to the cinema. I don't know, whatever you two like doing. Obviously, I don't know that. Yeah, maybe just spend, you know, some quality time together. You know, maybe if he can try and, you know, not be so overly friendly, if you like, and yeah, well, there isn't the too friendly, overstepping and stuff like that. Oh, anyway, have you got some good news or anything exciting to share with me? How's work? Okay, well, that is fantastic. I'm glad that's going really well for you. Just got something positive there. Anything else? Oh, that sounds lovely. And who's that with? Your... Ah, okay. So it's your brother or... Ah, yes, okay. That sounds good. Sounds exciting. If you need your hair doing for it though, please, you know, give me a buzz. I can make you look absolutely wonderful. Yeah, well, that sounds really fun. And when is that? Okay, so that's not too long away, is it? Good. So focus on the positives. Exactly, positives. It's looking really good. Definitely nice and level. Split ends are off. Not a great deal, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just been too hot for me, and yeah, too hot and manic. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So, my sister is opening up her own beauty salon slash spa. So not like one of these spas that you'll get like a big place or anything. She just literally wants to do like spa packages, spa treatments, you know, different things like that. And you know, she's going to be putting in a steam room, sauna, jacuzzi, and she's going to be popping some different foot things in and different things like that. So it's going to be like a mini spa. Yeah, that's right. But she's got quite a big place. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really big. Yeah, that's right. So she's going to be offering all sorts of treatments. When's it going to be open now? I can't remember what she said. I think launch is... I think we're looking at the end of September now. Yeah, she's got the last few bits in, you know. Sort out all the bits and bobs. Yeah. That's right. But I must say, it looks amazing. Exactly, it looks absolutely incredible. Yeah, you'll have to follow the Instagram. She should, you know, have that up and running pretty much in the next couple of weeks. She's kind of laid off it a little bit because, you know, she wanted to try and get a lot of it sorted before, you know, but she will be putting pictures on it because she's literally taking pictures at every stage. Exactly. So you will get to see like everything. It's brilliant. I'm so proud of her, you know. She's had it tough, hasn't she? Yeah. But finally, you know, she's doing really well for herself, and you know, she's got quite good clientele base. She's had some from her previous salon where she was working at, and obviously I have got a huge client base, so obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of marketing for her and advertising her and things like that. Yeah. But obviously a lot of my clients here, I mean, they know of my sister because she comes in obviously a lot, doesn't she? And I'm always chit-chatting about her and about her, you know, venture and everything. So I've already been planting the seeds with everybody, and I've been sharing a few things on social media, you know, just to, you know, put the feelers out and that. I mean, because obviously I can do hair here, and I would really love to obviously do like beauty treatments, but now my sister's doing this, I wouldn't, you know, step on her toes or anything. I would literally just kind of promote her. And yeah, she did ask that, you know. Yeah, if I wanted to come on board with her, and I was just like, well, this is kind of your venture, and I don't really want to step on her toes. Yeah. I think I did offend her a little bit, but she didn't really understand at first, but I kind of explained. Yeah, I didn't, you know, I didn't really want to take over, and then I was worried about working with her, because you hear about, you know, working with your family members and it kind of just doesn't work out. But it's not, I mean, it's not everybody does, do they? I mean, some people work really well together. Yeah, I just don't really know. I think I wanted to get her kind of up and running and kind of do things like how she wants it, and then maybe in the future we could either get a bigger place or something like that. Yeah, I know. But I think it's a brilliant idea. I really do. I just wanted her to, you know, flourish on her own. Yeah. But, you know, it'd be nice, I think. But at the moment, I will definitely be kind of like promoting her. It's not It's not too far, but it's not like next door, is it? Yes, that's it, just there. Exactly, so it's kind of out the way a little bit, which is brilliant. But then it can also have a negative effect because you're not having people that are kind of walking past you. That was my concern. But then I thought, nowadays, I mean, people going on Facebook and Instagram and things like that, you know, don't necessarily walk past people and then kind of, you know, come in. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, most of my clients found me online. Exactly. And I don't really have many that I've kind of walked past and said, oh, you know, I've seen you. It's either been recommendation, word of mouth, you know, but most of it is just online. Oh goodness, how long's it been now? I think it's about 11 years, isn't it? Yeah. It's just thriving now. It just gets better and better, you know. Which I think will really help my sister. Yeah. Right, just going to chop into it a little bit. Just thin it out. Do you know, everybody always asks that, how does that not chop their hair off? It's just the way they're designed, you know. Your hair's always so thick. But I think sometimes it's good to take a bit of weight out. Got any more holidays booked this year? So nothing until next year. Yeah, it's expensive, isn't it? And things rising and inflation and energy bills, and it's just a lot. I know it's going to cost us a fortune here. That's what worries me about my sister, you know. Yeah. But, you know, I'll be here to help her, and if need be, you know, we might just have to work together quicker. Yeah, well, my brother works in marketing, doesn't he? And bless him, he's so busy with his job, but he helps me out a lot, so with marketing things, so he'll be helping my sister too. Bless him, you know, he's got so much on, and he's got his own wife and his kids, and you know, well, he never wants money, but I always pay him, you know, something. Yeah, because he's going out of his way to do it, but he's such a stubborn one. I try to give him the money, you know, and he's just like, no, I don't want. Yeah, he's great, isn't he? Yeah, I do love him. Well, I love them both, you know. Especially my sister's been through such a hard time, and I'm just so glad she's kind of doing something with her life, you know. And my brother, I mean, he's just fantastic, but he's had things quite straightforward. Yeah. But, you know me, I've had my ups and downs with things, but... How's your health? Everything doing all right? Good, I'm glad to hear that. How's your work anyway? I know I briefly asked you earlier and you said you were doing well, but what kind of things you've got on? Oh, okay, so where have you got to go? Okay, so down to London, yeah. How long you got to be there for? A weekend. I bet you're stressing about that, aren't you? Honestly, just don't, you know, just go and enjoy it. Even though it's work, you know, just... Yeah. Right, my love. I am happy with that. Are you happy with the length? Are you happy with the style? All okay? Good. Just chop into that. Good. That's brilliant. Excellent. So I'm going to pop some oil on. I know you're going swimming in that, but this will protect it a little bit when you go in the water, because that can really dry your hair out. I know it smells gorgeous, doesn't it? You got this one, haven't you? Yeah, that's it, the dark oil. That was much better, wasn't it, that one? This is great, I love it, but the dark oil is really good, especially for someone who's trying to get their condition back. There we go. Looking good. Are you happy? Feels a bit lighter. Good. Glad to hear it. So, hope you enjoy your swimming, and please keep me updated, and if you need me, message me. And I really hope you sort things out, and good luck with the trip to London. All right, my lovely, come here. Oh. All right, everything's going to be okay. All right, my lovely, but yeah, go with your instinct, keep talking, and try and spend some quality time together. You're welcome. You take care now. Bye bye.